Okay, this is a game between myself and That's What I Live For. He is a level 32 player on the Europe server. And I think I was about level 28 or 29 when this game took place. That is not his real name. His real name is OCR Take. He's German, and I met him at Click Arena Tournament. So this is his name on the Europe server. And he is a human only player. And as you can see, I'm Night Elf as usual, so I'm just going to pause that. The elapsed time is 28 seconds, so if you want to sync up. 28 seconds, unpausing now. So, Fog of War is off. Now if you quickly look over the human player, oh well, never mind, he changed his mind. He did repair that altar, so at least for a little bit. He stopped doing it for some reason, but he's going to get his altar finished before I finish mine, and he'll have his Archmage out earlier, so he can do expansion or whatever he's planning. So I've sent out an early Wisp to scout. Luckily I sent it in the right direction, so I'll soon find out that
your building is complete.
Find out where he started. I'm sending out another Wisp. That is for an expansion, I think. I don't think I'm out scouting, but we'll see if I scout with that in a minute. So there's a Wisp heading down to scout him. It's very important that you send out scouts very early on this map because it's huge. It takes ages to scout. So if you send out a Wisp early, scout 2 spots quickly, and you can, by a process of elimination, figure out where he is. So I see the human player and start retreating that Wisp back because I realise his mage is going to be out soon and it'll probably chase that Wisp, and you can see it's already chasing after my Wisp. Now I'm going to do a quick expansion. This is pretty standard stuff. I feel you kind of need to do the quick expansion versus a human player on most mats. It's very, very risky not to do it because a human player can also do a quick expansion and it's incredibly difficult to stop usually. Anyway, my plan is to try and harass him very, very quickly, assuming that he'll probably be doing a quick expansion. The majority of human players nowadays do the quick expansion. It's kind of rare for them not to do it now. So sending that Demon Hunter, I think I've got Immolation as my first skill. That's what I usually get versus human. And I'm just going to try and harass these peasants. So he sees my Demon Hunter, and at this point he decides not to quick expand. Well, I don't really know if that's a good decision or not, but that's what he's decided. He's decided not to bother doing that. Most human players will actually just ignore it and build their expansion because they'll get enough hits in the Demon Hunter to force it to retreat anyway. They might lose a few peasants, but they'll still get their expansion completed. But maybe he has no idea that I'm doing a quick expansion. I think if he had realised I was doing a quick expansion, he would have just started his own expansion, but he might be suspecting that I'm just upgrading very quickly to Keeper of the Grove and maybe Dryads, whatever. But I think it's safe to assume that the Night Elf player will be quick expanding. He doesn't want to risk it. So Demon Hunter very badly damaged there. So I'm having to send the Demon Hunter back for healing. As you can see, his mage got a potion of invulnerability from the expansion creeps. You'll see that will come in very handy later on in the game. So he's doing a kind of standard human strategy without a quick expansion, so quick upkeep, quick upgrade keep. He'll be going for quick Mountain King and maybe sorceresses, but I think he's actually got another plan in mind, as you'll see in about 2 or 3 minutes. So my Tree of Life completed, the Ancient of War completed. I need to send the Demon Hunter back to the Moonwells, get the Tree of Life rooted, and get that gold mine entangled. As you can see, as normal for a Night Elf player, getting a lot of Moonwells, building 2 Moonwells at once. Although it's more expensive and you kind of lose wood because you've got 2 Wisps doing the job of 1, because you get these finished during night time, they actually accumulate more mana. I mean, if I only have 2 Moonwells, they won't accumulate as much mana as I would if I've got 5. So by the time daytime comes, you've got a crap load of Moonwell mana. The only problem with getting so many Moonwells that early is it does kind of delay the quickness you can start your 2 lures, if that's what you're planning on doing. It will delay something, so there's benefits and there is also negative effects of doing that.
Your building is complete.
So as you can see, he's using the defense skill of the footmen to clear these observatory creeps very, very quickly. That's why human are pretty good in this map, because they can clear both sets of those creeps, and there's really not anything you can do about it, really. You just gotta grit your teeth and bear it, and just hope he doesn't get super items. But in this case he has got healing wars, and I consider that a super item. We'll see what he gets as his next item, because I think he's heading off to the second shop. So I'm having to just creep these mini creeps, but as you can see I also got a wand of lightning. It's my favourite item, so that will come in handy a little bit later. So Keeper of the Grove.
Your building is complete.
Keeper of the Grove, probably the best hero versus human. I see a lot of Koreans get the Priestess of the Moon nearly all the time. I think I just prefer to Keeper of the Grove, not so much for entangling footmen or anything, but just as a straight hero killer to entangle and then focus fire on their heroes. So I'm keeping that Keeper of the Grove out of range, using Immolation to clear the priests, trying to let that Demon Hunter get as much experience as possible. You've got to be very, very careful as an elf player to try and let your Demon Hunter get as much experience as possible, so that you can get up to level 6 for Metamorphoses as fast as you can, because Metamorphoses basically can win you the game alone. There's really no point having a level 4 Demon Hunter and a level 4 Keeper of the Grove. That's how I've lost a lot of games in the past, being lazy and not sharing the experience properly. So as you can see, he's got Mountain King, a 6-foot mage, and as you can see he's sending militia towards its expansion, but they're not going to stop its expansion. They're actually going to head towards my base. I don't know if he actually scouted. Well, I think I did scout, didn't he, because he had a peasant in my base. So I'll assume he scouted my expansion. So he's got a plan in hand. His plan is to offensive tower me. So this is definitely a good tactic versus an expansion.